What's up, everybody? Eric, aka Morpheus Mind, owner of Escape the Matrix World, and dropping this video today because we've got a bunch of new followers. I've been getting a bunch of DMs, people asking how they can escape the Matrix, asking about our content and where we're going. So hopefully this video will give you the 411 on everything. All right, let's talk about the Matrix first. Clearly, I believe in the Matrix. I believe that generational wealth, large families have conspired with and even created government agencies to create a system in which we are cogs. A system in which these wealthy elites own everything. They own all of the revenue generating assets, and they would have us be the workers in their factories. They would have us be the tax base for their cities. They would have us be there to help them extend and retain their influence, all while we need to be happy living in our little debt-based consumer society. And guess what? All the debt that we take on, all the debt that we owe is back to the wealthy elites who own the assets that we are trying to get a little piece of. And I think it's bullshit. I think there's too much evidence of this to even call it a conspiracy theory any longer. I'm not a conspiracy theorist. I'm a realist. I can just see what's going on out there. And it's become pretty clear that the system is stacked against us. But not even taking into account the system, I think there are bigger problems. I think there are problems closer to home. And I think societal expectations and family expectations keep us stuck in the rat race. The idea of pursuing the traditional path or the status quo. I think that if you come from a family that is not a family of high achievers, you are probably pursuing what your family did before you. And that means if your mom and dad, worked hard to, bring home the bacon and, provide for the family, then you're probably figuring that you've got to go out and do the same kind of thing and trying to achieve, a means of stability in the same way that they did. And that's unfortunate because a lot of us just get stuck in a rut of pursuing what the people before us pursued. And that brings me to the biggest problem, which is our own minds and the bondage that we keep ourselves in, the negative beliefs that we have about who we are and what we're capable of. The bottom line is it's not your fault. If you weren't raised in this family of high achievers, you don't know what to do. And I didn't know what to do. I started off on the 9-to-5 path. I got the typical education. I went into 9-to-5 and I made decent money there. A lot of people say I should be happy, but I wasn't happy. Why? Because I was trading my time for money. And I knew that when my time was up, so was my money. And here's the bottom line about working in a job and the so-called stability of a job. The economy is not stable. These companies that you're trying to work for are not stable. If these companies need to make a number next quarter for their quarterly earnings statement, guess what? They're cutting bodies if they have to. And it doesn't matter whether you've been there for 1 year, 10 years, or 20 years. It doesn't matter how good of an employee you've been. If they've got to make a number, your time is up. And I've experienced that twice in my life. Twice I've had my world completely upended and had to find new jobs. And so again, I knew that I was on a clock. I knew that I had to find a path towards financial freedom, a path towards creating income without trading my time for money. And so I started to learn. I started to study. I studied all of the greatest minds in history, the greatest achievers in history for the last 15 years. That's all I've done. Before Instagram, I used to have quotes up all over my house. I still have quotes up all over my house from the greatest minds in history to try to write this wetware up here and try to get my software to work with me and not against me in achieving what I wanted to achieve. And honestly, it wasn't until I found an amazing coach and learned the power of neural repatterning and neuroplasticity, which I'm going to teach you in our upcoming Unleashed ebook, that I really started making the gains and strides I wanted to in my life. It wasn't until I found Instagram theme pages that I finally found digital assets that perform and create the kind of passive income I'm looking for. Hell, I sell other people's products. I don't even sell my own product. I can make a commission selling other people's stuff. And I tried everything before Instagram theme pages. I tried real estate. I tried drop shipping. I tried e-com. I had success in e-com, but what they don't tell you with e-com is if you want to build $1 million business, you've got to have $500,000 in product or inventory, and I just didn't have the income to scale that business at the time. So what are we doing here? Where are we going? We're all about helping you to find a way to break free from the matrix, to get your mind where you need your mind, and to get you working towards something that will achieve a financial, time, and location-based freedom for you. I've got my Unleashed ebook coming out, which is going to teach you the laws of personal power. I've got our escape planner, which is going to help you crush any goal that you have. And our amazing Discord community is coming out very soon, which is going to help you with mentorship and coaching and mindset and everything else there. So thank you for joining us. I appreciate you, and I look forward to working with you along the way. Morpheus Mind out.